Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Just wanted to go ahead and do a video real quick. Let me know where you're coming in from, where you're watching. Leave that in the comments below. Just kind of want to get a feel for what's going on. Wanted to do a quick video for you guys to kind of help you understand what I'm doing with the company. We're kind of making a shift because we've noticed a trend over the past 10 years or so since we've been tracking and keeping data in regards to what we're noticing. And what we're trying to do is implement a program that's going to be better off for you, right? Because many people, they come to us for credit repair because that's what we mainly focus on is credit repair. But credit repair is only going to get you so far, right? One, credit repair is a two-part process, right? The first part is what we focus on is trying to get the negative, inaccurate, unverifiable type of information removed from your credit. That's the first part of it, right? But the second part is based on you, right? We're going to show you what you need to do, but you need to start building the credit, right? You have to fix your profile as far as where it's at, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you, one, we're going to work on getting that negative information removed, right? And we can't make any promises. Anybody who makes promises is breaking the law. So we're not going to do that today, right? But I'm just going to show you exactly what it is that we're doing, how we can help you, why it's going to be beneficial for you, and why we recommend that you just, follow the system, right? Because we put the system in place. It's been a long process. It's not an easy process because with change, people don't really like change, right? You've heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's kind of where we are right now in trying to implement this program. So what program am I talking about? Basically what it is that I'm talking about is we're going to be more focused on your finances, right? So what I'm doing is I'm moving into financial consulting, right? And by doing this, I'm going to be able to help really engage you in the learning process of how finances actually work, what's going to be beneficial for you and your family in the best manner possible, right? Because I don't want you guys to go into a program that's ultimately going to be defeated and you're going to have to restart the process. It's like a rinse and repeat. We don't like it, one, because credit repair is supposed to be like a one-time thing. You fix your credit, you got everything done. Now you can go apply and get approved for better rates, right? So we want you to understand that what we're doing is only to help benefit you. We want to help benefit you financially for you and your family. So that way you guys aren't getting stuck in this trap, right? They call it the rat race. We want to help you move forward as far as like helping you get into a program, get into a place that's going to help you save money, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we go to work for. That's what we work for. That's what we're here for. As an adult, we join this adult lifehood, right? And we have to move forward with what it is that we're trying to do. We don't want to be stuck where we were in the past. We want to move forward. We want to catapult, just like I'm sure if you have kids, right? You want your kids to do better than you, right? I want that. Our parents want it for us, but unfortunately, we see things and we just kind of follow the mold, right? What I want to do is I want us to think outside the box so we can start thinking more about how and what we can do to make a change. We have to make that change because if you make the change, then change will happen. But you have to first decide that you want to do that. You have to first decide that you want better for yourself, right? Because it all starts with you. If you start working on yourself, day by day, it's like a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Every day you do something to better yourself and you're going to become better, right? But if you continue doing the same thing that you've always done, you're going to continue getting the same results. That's the definition of insanity. So what I want to try to break that, right? Like I said, we focused on credit repair for the past 20 plus years. I ask every client that comes through our onboarding process, if we have a conversation with you, you're going to know that one of the questions that we've asked is, do you have a written budget in place, right? And I've yet to see 10% answer yes to that question, right? And the reason why I talk about this so much is because I want to help you understand the importance of a budget, right? Because if you don't have a written budget in place, how do you know exactly how much money is coming in, exactly how much is going out? And if you're short, right? If you're not bringing in enough income, what are you doing about it? Are you just going to continue spending, right? If you got a $5,000 check today, right? You know, a lot of people, let's say with the COVID checks, the pandemic checks that were coming in, you know, we're getting the $1,400 and stuff like that, right? What did you do with that money, right? Most people went and spent it frivolously. You know, oh, I got $1,400. Let me go spend it. How can I spend this? You know, I've seen a lot of people go buy Gucci and all this stuff, right? But did they pay their bills? Did they do something that's going to help them generate more income, right? I'm trying to get you guys to think outside the box, right? What could you have done with that money, right? Could you have allocated that money somewhere, somehow, to help generate you more income, right? Because that $1,400, I've seen people take that $1,400, start a business, and boom, right? Made a lot of money. Were you one, right? I'm just asking because I want to know, right? Sorry, I had to take a sip. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to keep on talking because I want what's best for you, right? Is credit repair for everybody? It's not, right? Because if you don't do what you need to do, you're just going to find yourself in the same situation, right? So one of the first things I tell every single client who comes into our program for credit repair, set up all your payments on automatic bill pay. That way you're never going to be late again, right? A lot of times people say, hey, I don't know if I could do that. I might not have money in the account, but if you had a budget, you would, right? So everything comes back to the budget, right? If you're short, what can you do to cut out expenses that you're paying that you don't really need, right? Do you have a gym membership? How often do you go, right? Because I know so many people have a gym membership but don't even go to the gym, right? So they're spending this money that they don't need to be spending for the sake of spending it, right? How many different types of accounts? You have a Netflix, a Hulu, and all these other accounts. Do you actually need that? I don't know, right? You know, and then plus you got cable, right? AT&T, Xfinity, whatever it is. Or are you using one of these streaming platforms, right? Paying a little bit, that's going to take you a long way. I know when we had Xfinity, we were paying like $250 a month for our cable bill. All we had was cable and internet, right? We switched to AT&T cell phone, and then they had free internet for life as long as we're AT&T customer. All right, give it to me. Let me get that. I need it, right? So now that just cut out our internet cost, right? So our $250 bill went down to $60 because we had to have a bundle, right? So it was our cell phone, the internet, which is free, and then the cable, $60 for the first year, $90 after that, right? So I pay $90 a month for my cable, right? But $90 compared to $250, it's a lot of money saved, right? Because I'm thinking outside the box, right? You know, I was with Sprint before. Sprint, I don't know. For me, the service sucked. I'm not saying AT&T is the best, but it's a whole lot better than Sprint was. I tell you that, right? So I'm just trying to help you guys understand what it is that I'm doing. I'm trying to do for you what I wish somebody could have done for me when I got started in my journey 22 years ago, right? And for those of you who don't know me, right, I had a YouTube channel. They suspended it. I don't know why. Deleted all my videos. I've been a member since like 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. And all the videos, I had hundreds of videos on there. They deleted everything. So I had to start, I'm starting from scratch, right? So a lot of people don't know my story. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my story because it's going to help you understand why I'm so passionate about what it is that I do, right? So I went through a divorce, right, back in 2000. Uh, Actually, it was like the end of 1999. It was like right before Christmas, maybe a day after Christmas, 1999, right? Went through a divorce, right? And I didn't know what to do. I wasn't really tripping because I didn't know, are we going to get back together? Can we make it work? But I was at a point that I didn't care, right? I didn't care if it was going to work. Um, we were fighting so much, and it wasn't healthy for me. It wasn't healthy for her. It wasn't healthy for the kids. So I made the decision to call it off, right? And, I had an old school car at a 1967 Cougar, right? So I was driving the Cougar back and forth, right? And I was like, I can't be driving this all the time, right? I need something to drive. So I started renting a car. And at the time, I had a hookup at one of the rent-a-car places. My sister had a hookup, so she put me in touch with her contact, and I was getting like a huge discount. I think I was paying, at that time, I was paying about 900. I don't know. It was close to $1,000 a month I was paying because it was like $240 a week. So it was close to $1,000 a month. I'm paying for a rental car, right? Brand new Camry is what I would drive, right? So I rent the car a month at a time, and a few months go by, and I'm like, man, it's expensive. Renting a car for this long, right? 3 months. I had already spent $3,000